Can playing violent video games affect your morals? According to new research out of Ontario, Canada, they claim that it can. So they took a bunch of children, 13 and 14-year-olds, and they found out that 88% of those played video games. They said more than half of those played violent video games. And so then they took them through a number of tests to see how far their brains had developed, because the brain develops at certain stages as you mature. And so the stage that these kids should be entering whenever it comes to being able to distinguish right from wrong, or being able to form the ability to have empathy, the ability to put yourself in somebody else's position to understand the pain or suffering or whatever else that they're going through. They said that the kids who spent the most time playing violent video games, they had not developed this part of their brain yet. And they said that they had a hard time telling right from wrong. They said it reduced the amount of contact they had with the real world, and that they had a problem trusting other people and only tended to see the world from their own perspective. Now, they said the children who played a lot of video games that weren't violent, they said they were still maturing and developing as regular. So they said only the violent video games were having this negative effect on children. But I would like to point out, in this study, they said that these were kids who played more than 3 hours each day. So this was a specific group of gamers that they are pinpointing, people who spend a lot of time. But I would like to say, as I've mentioned before, correlation doesn't necessarily imply causation. So if those kids are spending several hours every single day on a video game, and that was the parent's tool as they were growing up, and the parent was one of those that just let them stay in front of the TV and didn't really take them out and interact with a lot of other people, then no wonder they have problems interacting with other human beings. And no wonder they have other issues that are underlying. And it may not necessarily be the violent video games per se, but the parents who bought their kids the violent video games and let the multiplayer community instill their morals into their kids. So yeah, if you don't teach them right from wrong, they're going to learn it from somewhere. And yeah, I wouldn't want my kid learning right from wrong from the internet or people they meet online. So I would just like to point out that there's probably some other underlying issues here, and it may not necessarily be directly connected with violent video games. But maybe it is. You know, what do you think? Post your comments below. I want to know what you think. Also, links in the description box if you want to read more about this. If you enjoyed this commentary, I would definitely appreciate your like. If you're new here, be sure you subscribe. Check out the links below. Find me on Twitter and Facebook and all that other good stuff. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.